Bitcoin is about to create a huge breakout of this falling wedge pattern, and at the same time, the stock market is still exponentially going towards the upside, while Bitcoin at the same time is actually going towards the downside. Previously around, this has indicated a huge Bitcoin pump that has happened, because this has indicated this huge pump towards the upside, and right now we are seeing the same exact signals flashing. Now, first of all, let's have a quick look in towards the imminent short term, because we are right now forming a new falling wedge pattern. We are seeing this huge stock market divergence right now once again forming. Bitcoin has obviously been breaking down of this consolidation pattern with no volume increases. Actually, volume is still decreasing, which tells me we can be having a look in towards a different pattern. And of course, because of that, I'm going to be having a look in towards this falling wedge pattern that we are having a look in towards. Okay, and because of this volume decrease, I'm rather going to be saying, alright, this is very likely to actually be a bear trap. This whole dump towards the downside is just very likely to actually be a fake out, because we do not see any kind of volume increases at the point of this breakdown. Okay, now one thing to do keep in mind is that we are currently running in towards this previous support, which is right now turning in towards resistance. And of course, at the same time, we are also running in towards this resistance of this falling wedge pattern. So yes, indeed, in the imminent short term, it might be a little bit hard to once again break above this resistance level, but whenever we will be breaking out, well, that will be the point where I'm going to be flipping bullish, and I might even be adding a little bit more money in towards my long trade on BitGet. Okay, honestly speaking, I have been waiting for a short-term Bitcoin dump, and because of that short-term Bitcoin dump, I have been waiting for a bullish divergence to be formed because of this FOMC meeting we got yesterday. But while we actually did not create such a huge dump, yes, we did create a little bit of a dump yesterday, but we did not create any kind of a bullish divergence, and basically we can be seeing that, of course, this was the last rate hike event that has happened, probably before Jerome Powell will once again be starting to cut the interest rates. And if you had a look into what's the actual FOMC meeting yesterday night, well, in my opinion, Jerome Powell even had a little bit of a bullish tone during the meeting. He was, for example, already saying that it will be very likely that the interest rates will already be getting cut before the 2% inflation mark will already be hit, okay? And also that starting next year, probably we will be starting to see interest rate cuts. And this is exactly aligning with the market expectations, because we have expected that beginning next year, we are likely to be seeing the first rate cuts happening. And because of that, of course, we have seen previously around all of these red arrows towards the downside. This is basically due to the fact that we have seen prior rate hikes happening at these points. But right now it's a bit of a different time, because this has probably been the last rate hike that has happened before once again the Fed will start cutting its interest rates again. Okay, and that's a very different thing, because that's actually a very bullish thing that has happened in the market. And that is also the reason why I do think this last rate hike decision will be a bit of a pivotal moment towards the upside. Also because whenever we can be breaking this one towards the upside, this falling wedge pattern, well, we are also going to be getting a lot of momentum towards the upside. I do think there are a lot of trapped shorters right here because of this breakdown we saw of this consolidation range, where actually we did not see a lot of volume increase. The stock market is still pumping like crazy towards the upside, and well, Bitcoin is diverging towards the downside, and as you can be seeing previously around, this has happened over here, and that has caused this huge pump towards the upside that we did get over here. Now, at the same time, the funding rates, in my opinion, are starting to look a little bit better. Now, it doesn't look all too good just yet, because I really want to be seeing on Binance and on Bybit that the funding rates are starting to get negative. That will mean that, of course, there will be more shorters in the market than people longing the market. And of course, we do know, well, the majority is most of the time wrong in the market. So when there will be more shorters in the market, well, of course, that will mean that the market is more likely to move towards the upside. Now, of course, lastly, very important, we can be seeing on the weekly chart, actually, the Bollinger Bands are in its tightest position in its existence. Something absolutely massive is about to happen. Maybe something with BlackRock, who knows? Well, it is kind of a coincidence, right, that all of this bullish news with BlackRock is going on, and right now we are seeing the tightest Bollinger Bands in its existence. And well, this is truly the calm before the storm, and as you can be seeing on this chart, we are literally seeing an all-time low on the Bollinger Bands. But what is very interesting is, of course, that we are seeing that sellers are getting exhausted in the market. If we are having a look in towards this chart, we can literally be seeing that seller exhaustion is also sitting at all-time lows. So these two signals combined, in my opinion, are suggesting me that we are absolutely going to be getting a huge move towards the upside. And also, of course, added in towards that fact that we are seeing a weekly uptrend still. This trend is still towards the upside, and having a look in towards our on-chain indicators and our bear market recovery chart, well, it doesn't look like we're about to stop anytime soon, and it still looks like we have a lot more momentum and a lot more room for upside to go towards the upside. So, well, something absolutely massive is about to happen. Also, yeah, whenever we are going to be breaking out of this short-term falling wedge pattern, I do think it will be a very great entry in towards the market for some kind of a long position. And of course, the level to watch in the end of the day is going to be this weekly resistance that we will be breaking out whenever we are going to be breaking out of this cup and handle pattern. Whenever we are going to be breaking back above this weekly resistance, well, that is going to be the point where truly we are going to be exploding towards the upside. My first target is going to be the 35k level, but then after that we can be having a look in towards targets all the way up towards the 40k, maybe even the 41k level, and maybe in the end of the day for this bear market recovery phase, even the 50k level. But of course, as I explained previously around a lot of times already, I'm just going to be having a look in towards the on-chain indicators. What are the on-chain indicators going to be telling me? And based on what they are telling me, I'm going to be saying, all right, we are in this top, or we still have a lot more room for upside to go towards the upside. So with that being said, make sure to follow me on Twitter to stay up to date about every single market development. Join my free Telegram channel with the link down in the description, and I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.